Hello, we're going to interview you for our psychology class. So if you just introduce yourself and say what you do.
My name's Dominic Farrar. I either go by Mr. Farrar or Coach Farrar. I'm the psychology teacher and world history teacher on campus, as well as the athletic director, and I'm also our assistant head football coach for our varsity football team.
Okay. What kind of experience have you had with children here in high school?
I've actually taught every grade from 6 through 12. I've been teaching for almost 20 years. Matter of fact, this was my 4th year here actually on the high school campus. Before then, I taught exclusively at the middle school for over a decade.
And so we ask a weird question? Like what's that? Have you experienced anything weird that your students have done? And
Have you seen any unusual activity
yes.
throughout your years?
There we go.
There's been some peculiar or unique behaviors or choices.
All right, what's the one that is on top of your head right now when we ask you this?
There was one time in the middle school that I was called for an intervention. The kid wasn't actually in my class, but the teacher was feeling helpless and was scared. And when I walked in, a child had barricaded himself underneath the desk and was threatening to harm himself and was in distress. And so I had to come in and manage the situation and kind of assert myself until we could get some resources to help protect him from himself. He was crying out for help, really, and ultimately we were able to get him the help that he needed, and we were able to turn a negative into a positive. But at the time, it scared everybody. That was one. Other than that, I just think sometimes the abnormality of an adolescent child is what I think is normal in my world, because teenagers are strange beasts, but that's developmental, and that's what makes them exhausting, but more importantly, rewarding.
Well, we're good.
Is there any like guidelines you have in your classroom or on the field when you're dealing with kids?
As far as expectations and accountability, absolutely. There's always a standard. I think we underestimate the potential of a child, and so I always want to motivate them in discipline. Discipline, many times I think people treat as a punitive word or action. I think discipline means to teach. So yeah, I coach in the classroom. I teach on the football field. I coach on the football field. I teach in the classroom. I think they go hand in hand. And so for me, I want to see kids do their best, work hard, never quit, and I like to have fun too.
Yeah, that's great. Sorry, or that's your phone.
Maybe mine, yeah.
Okay, do you believe that your teaching methods are perfect, or do you believe that if you could change any of your teaching methods, or if you could change any of your teaching methods, what would you change?
Yeah, I think my perfections are my imperfections, and
okay.
I try to show that I'm human every day.
Okay.
Occupational hazard I have is that I live in the same community that I teach at. I went K through 12 in this district, and I graduated from here. But I try to make the experience real and tangible, so there's meaning. But ultimately, even just today in my psychology classes and what we went through and shared, and some of what I taught, sometimes they teach me and I learn as much from them as vice versa. So I'm okay sometimes. They know we're unconditional in our love, so we'll put each other on blast. And today, for instance, the conversation was, I don't want to give them busy work. They have enough busy work that they do, enough classes, that I want to make sure that anything that we do as far as curriculum that's outside of the classroom is an extension of what we're learning for growth and change and development as far as cognitive skills, social skills, and so forth.
Okay. Are there any other questions?
No, I think that'll be all. That was very well worded by you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Well done, guys.
Yeah. So thank you. I wish they could count.
Okay, yeah, no
Just
worries.
in camera on it. You can edit it.
Hey, you did it. You survived.
Yes.
You know.
All right. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. No, it was nice meeting you. I just had to